Hi, it's Carolyn. I'm here to help you learn how to bake and decorate amazing cakes. And in this video, I want to talk about an article that quite a few people have sent to me about a video that has gone viral on social media. And before we get started, I know I have a little bruise on my arm here. Wait, why am I flexing? No clue how I did it. I probably did it at the gym, but anyway. I have gotten so many people sending me this video of this lady from Kakes Bakery in Texas, and she posted a video on social media about this superhero cake that she made and charged $1,000 for it. And she got so much backlash about it, and I have talked about this in many videos. So if you have watched my videos, you probably know how I'm going to reply to this. So I literally just made a video the other week, and I will post it in the post the link in the description. But it's all about how not all cakes are created equal. And I think the problem is that so many people think that a cake is just a cake. And a custom cake is way different than a grocery store cake. Thus, they cost a lot more than if you just go to the store and pick up a cake. And that goes for anything custom made. So if you can go to David's Bridal and get a $500 wedding dress, or you can get a custom dress made by a designer that is going to cost a couple $1,000s. Same thing goes for like curtains. You can buy curtains at Macy's, or you can get custom curtains made, which is going to cost way more. I don't see why people don't understand that when it comes to custom cakes. So custom cakes are way different than mass-produced grocery store cakes. And I had quite a few people who worked at grocery store bakeries. Why is that so hard to say? They commented in my video about not all cakes being equal, and they said that grocery store cakes are mass-produced. They're shipped to us frozen. The icing comes in big buckets that has a 6-month shelf life, and they have to make between 30 and 40 cakes a day, and they're not concerned about getting the icing smooth. They're just opening up a bag of decorations, throwing them on there, icing the cake, and that's it. And they said that the cakes would probably take about 15 to 20 minutes to decorate. Whereas when you have a big custom cake, Kakes Bakery said in that article that the cake took about 15 hours to make. So there is a difference between ordering a big custom cake with all handmade decorations versus a cake from the grocery store or Costco, which is mass produced and put together really quickly. Now, why do custom cakes cost more than grocery store cakes? There are quite a few different reasons. Number one is location. So if you live in a populated area like a city, you could charge more for your cakes, and we usually get more than if you live in a rural area. Number two, a custom cake decorator has honed in on their skill. I don't know about you, but I have taken classes. I've taught myself different techniques. I try to keep up with the newest trends. And I have perfected the art of getting a really smooth buttercream cake and really clean decorations. And that does take longer to create, so in turn, my cakes cost more. Number three, these cakes take way longer to make. I spend between, I would say, 6 to 24 hours, depending on the size and the detail, just making a cake versus the 25 to 30 minutes that it takes a grocery store to do. And also with custom cakes, your ingredients, there's a better quality ingredients are used, and the cakes are usually a better taste and texture. And I understand that a lot of people are giving her some backlash about these prices. However, I've said this before, people don't understand what it takes to make a custom cake until you try it for yourself. Because not only do you have to get the cake to bake right and have the right texture, you need to ice it. You have to fill it so the filling doesn't bulge out of the center. You want to ice it really smooth. You want to stack it level. You want to have clean decorations on there. All of that takes a lot of time to do. And in my videos, I constantly am showing how I make my cakes with my decorations using my 3-step method. And in that, I am constantly cutting things out of fondant and smoothing my cuts and making everything look nice and pretty and professional. And that does take extra time. So I think the people commenting on how pricey her cake was just don't see the value in it. And that is okay. Not everybody is going to find the value in what we do. However, she had a customer who did see the value in her and was willing to pay that price for the cake. So I don't know what the big deal is. And I will liken it, and I've said this in so many videos before. I need to find another metaphor for this or another example. But I always go back to Yeezy sneakers, all right? And it's these shoes in particular that I saw all over the place. I don't know if they're really big anymore, but they were. I would never wear anything like this. I wear basic Nikes or Asics or whatever. Like, I'm not a sneakerhead. So I don't find the value in these shoes. I think they're overpriced because I don't find the value in them, and I would never spend a couple $100s on shoes like this. And that is what a lot of people feel when they see the prices of custom cakes. So how do people find value in your product? It is more than just the cake looking and tasting good. It's the experience that people get when they work with you and purchase one of your cakes. And Pancakes Bakery, she said that she gave this lady a $200 discount because she is a repeat customer, and that goes along with the experience of getting a custom cake. I am constantly going above and beyond for my customers, doing extra cupcakes and extra tier, more detail in the design. Like I always want to try to go a little bit above and beyond for people who are repeat customers. So I get it that there can be quite a sticker shock when you hear the prices of some of these custom cakes, but I just don't understand all the negativity. I know everything is kind of out of control price-wise now. I mean, there was just another bird flu, so eggs are probably about to go through the roof again. But I think we are all just trying to get by, and we are all trying to do the best that we can. And it hurts a little bit when we get some backlash for the prices that we charge. Now, I have been pretty open and honest with my pricing. I have quite a few videos showing the cakes that I made and letting you know how much I charged. And I get comments, a lot of comments, some being that I don't charge enough and some saying that I charge way too much. But I think we just all want to be fairly compensated for the time and the money that we invest into making these cakes. And I just want to say something to my fellow cake decorators, and I say this in a lot of my videos. When you are quoting, why did I say it like that? Quoting prices for your cakes, I always recommend to quote a bunch of different options. So I had somebody write to me the other day, they wanted a cake to feed 35 people, and I quoted them, I think, 4 different options from 15 to 20 people all the way up to 30 to 35 people, and I let them choose which one they want. It puts the ball in their court. I feel like people don't realize that they don't need to have a cake that feeds everybody that's going to the party. A lot of people don't eat cake. Sometimes there's other desserts, so they could get away with getting a smaller cake or something a little less detailed. So my message to Pancakes Bakery, I am proud of you for charging your worth, and I know it may be a little difficult to hear all of this backlash regarding your pricing, but making big custom cakes like these, it just takes a lot longer to make, and we need to be able to be fairly compensated for our time to make it worth running a business. So that's all I want to say about this. Custom cakes, just like anything else custom, is going to cost more than a mass-produced product. And I just wish everyone would stop being so negative about it and try to appreciate the art that goes into making these custom cakes. So I think that's it. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them below. Please like this video if you liked it. And if you're enjoying my tutorials, I would be so grateful if you could buy me a coffee. My link is down below. And I would love it if you would keep in touch on socials, and you could check out my website. And if you want to see some of my prices, you can watch this video next and hit subscribe and the bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. And remember, it's cake. Have fun. I will see you on the next one. Bye.